Good morning. Let's take a look at yesterday. First port of call, Copenhagen. Look at the odds, 1.11 pre-match. Scoreline, 0-0 at half-time. What do those odds normally suggest? 3-0, 3-1, any other home score. I gave you that at half-time. We only got the 2 goals second half, which was a pity. But it was a really good example of the short odds making the goals. And it looked like a very tough match for them yesterday, didn't it? 2 penalties from Matson. So a very tough encounter for Copenhagen at 1.11 yesterday. Elsewhere, Poulsen against Servette. Insurance pays. That's why we take it out. Lech Poznan and Breidablik arguably at the 1-1 in the first half, and the red card arriving. You could have got involved in the goals markets in the first half. Rangers were lucky yesterday. 1-0. Panathinaikos were really knocking on the door for that equaliser, but were red carded. England ladies, superb late equaliser to make it 1-1. Wow. And in the Scottish Cup, a great example of how the odds should reflect in the scorelines. What do I say? 1.3 and lower, 3-0, 3-1, any other home score. So we go to 1.33, 6-0, 1.27, 3-0, 1.17, 3-1, 1.33, 3-0, 1.27 shot East 5, 3-0, 1.22 shot Falkirk, 3-1. The only one letting us down, Kilmarnock, but that was a second play yesterday. Insurance pays if you got involved. Oh no, it's 0-0. So it wasn't anything to do with insurance. So that was the only letdown, really. Kilmarnock, they bossed the in-play stats. Motherwell, 1.42, 3-0. 1.09 Ross County, 8-0. So the relationship between short odds and goals is very much evident. And the scoreline you're expecting as well. Bring that into the new season. That little nugget. Looking on to today, and again, it's all in-play stats based today. There's nothing else I can provide you pre-match when you have first legs, particularly with the likes of Buduknost, Akureyri, Iberia 1999. I'll have a flake for that. Zira, Inter Escaldes. I can quite confidently say that none of these sides today will be troubling the judge come final day. Very tough coupon tonight. Let's have a look at some of the teams. Well, Brann, we know from Norway, doing a good job in the Norwegian Elite Serie and meeting Red Bull Salzburg, who are the usual Champions League fodder from Austria. They had a really poor run last season, touching the old Man Cities, with that new-fangled Champions League catching them out. Shelbourne from Northern Ireland we know very well, but they're not fancied against Karabakh from Azerbaijan. 1.62 Karabakh. Expected to go a little bit deeper, Karabakh. Carry a bag. Europa Conference League qualifiers I've just reported. There's lots of unfamiliar names. Silkeborg from Denmark, an absolute standout today against the Icelandic side. And the odds are absolute standout. Olympia Ljubljana at 1.25. So we've got another couple of sides who will test my theory about goals and short odds. Germany women against Spain women. If you looked at the England match yesterday, it lurched suddenly towards a 1-0, scraping towards a 1-1. So this is the problem with trying to research semi-finals. They are derby-style matches. Anything can happen. But let's look at the patterns. We've got a both teams to score pattern for Germany women in the last 3 matches, losing only one of them to the Swedish ladies. Could be vulnerable today, both teams scoring. Not being too impressive with their goal-scoring abilities, Germany. 2 goals, and then 1 against Sweden, 1 against France. So a sudden improvement in the quality of the opponent, and the goals suddenly dry up. You don't want them drying up when you've got the Spanish ladies No siesta here. 5, 6, 3, 2 goals in total. Get my Carol Vorderman maths head on. 6 and 5 is 11. 11 and 5 is 16. Divide that by 4. That's an average of 4 goals a game. This Euro 2025. Formidable. But you look at the sudden tightening against the Swiss to 2-0. I think that was the only occasion the Spanish ladies didn't score at least a goal or two before half-time. They missed a penalty in that one. So on paper, at least, this is going to be quite simply Spain outscoring the Germans. But you saw England yesterday, that 0-1 against Italy. We did have that Engeline. Italy were unlikely to score a second consecutive goal. We also have the Scottish Cup today. 1.85 Airdrie and 1.04 Hearts tend to deliver, even in the SPL, when odds on. That's it really for today. The very short message can give us a look quickly at the tennis. And we're on the clay court because we're running to the US Open. Struff, if I was to trade today, Struff would stand out for me immediately. Bublik, Mr. Hard to read, had an excellent run in the French Open. Bublik could deliver at odds on. I like Bautista Agut, but Seabolt Wild is one of those servers. Isn't he one of those 7-6 merchants, this Seabolt Wild? Touch of the old Isners about him, maybe. Could make Bautista Agut run around a bit. Well, we can't see the 7-6s without looking specifically at the scorelines. But a few 2-0 set wins suggest he does have a bit of a big serve. Bautista Agut. On grass, excellent. On clay, I'm not too sure about, but he would certainly catch the eye. Well-known figure there. Stan Wawrinka is still doing the rounds. Stan the man. Darderi 1.4 favourites in Croatia. So Stan's just getting a nice little top up the old suntan in Croatia. Very nice job if you can get it. Karandulu on clay from Argentina catches the eye. And Navoni, South Americans on clay, should dominate. And the big boys are in Washington. Corentin Moutet beating Muller. We've got Papirin, Australians I like. Demonor, we know very well. Very tough to beat. Daniel Medvedev, all the big guns are out. Taylor Fritz, likely to be vying for the US Open title. Taylor Fritz in his hometown. Davidovich Fokina and Munar meeting each other. Two Spaniards. Could see a three-setter. Andrei Rublev can implode at times, but is absolute quality act. What we got upcoming for the football? It's going to start fleshing out Fridays and Saturdays. Tomorrow, it's going to be a similar story to today. Europa League, Conference League, very difficult to unpack. Friday and Saturday, start getting our mixtures of new leagues and old leagues. Austria Cup on this occasion. Belgian Jupiler League returns. Great to see that one back. Very readable league. Joined by the Danish Super League, which is starting to go. Danish First Division, Finnish Vikhouse League, Irish Premier, Irish First, Norwegian Elite Serien, Polish Extraklasse. Swiss Super League returns as well on Friday. Great to see that league back. Young Boys and Basel, the dominant forces there. So you can see the coupons are gaining momentum. That snowball that we pushed off the top is picking up snow, picking up new leagues as it works its way down. So on Saturday, get even busier. Mix of the new leagues and the established form leagues. And throw in the Scottish Cup just for some added fun. And you've got a very, very busy Saturday coupon. The great thing I like about this, when you have a fleshed out coupon, you can choose your battles far more. When you have more football matches, you can choose the trades, you can choose the better quality teams to trust. That's what I like about this busy coupon on Saturday. So plenty to look forward to. Have a great day. It's a slightly truncated review today because there isn't anything to research. It's all reacting in play. And you saw yesterday, insurance paid out in 2 of the 3 plays yesterday. So please remember, if you're not going to lose money, at least break even. Have a great day. I will see members of footballtradingprofits.com on Telegram. Been in good form so far. Hopefully that will continue on into the new season. Those of you who want to join up would be very welcome indeed. I will leave a link in the description for you if you'd like to join footballtradingprofits.com for the new season. August to April is where we really make our dough. So footballtradingprofits.com, we've got a 2025 offer. Have a read. If you like what you see, look forward to seeing you at footballtradingprofits.com. Links in the description. Have a great day. I'll see members throughout the day. Let's keep this good run going. And don't forget to embrace break-evens. And please, if you don't know enough about insurance, get in touch with me. It is a vital aspect of trading. You saw it come to our aid yesterday on 2 occasions. Otherwise, you'd have lost a lot had you not taken out your insurance premium. Have a great day, and I'll see you throughout the afternoon.